What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I'd love to talk about all things Peloton cycling and fitness. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post every single Sunday, and today's video is going to be a real fun one. I'm going back into the Peloton studio in New York to take my second live Peloton class, like in-studio class, and it's also going to be my last one for quite some time because I'm leaving New York soon and I haven't signed up for any more. So today I'm going in for a 30-minute Cody Rigsby pop ride. I'm very excited. About 3 weeks ago, I went into the studio for the first time and took a 45-minute classic rock ride with Jess King. And Jess King, if you see my ratings, is my favorite US instructor. So that was super hype, super hard, got a really great workout in. Cody, I just feel like is such a performer. So I'm more excited to see that aspect. I do think that he structures his rides well and he is a good instructor. But for me, it's more that he's just funny. He's so social. I just think it will be this huge performance and I'm very excited. I think it'll be really cool. Right now, it is Friday, September 16th. It is the 11 a.m. Cody class if you want to take it in the future and try to see me. I don't know if I'll have good enough seats this time. And I'm definitely lucky because my work is very flexible, so I can just kind of go into work after this, go in a little bit late. But my boyfriend's medical rotations are not flexible, so I will be going alone to this. But I'm kind of excited because I feel like when I'm with my boyfriend, I'm less likely to talk to other people. We talked to some people last time, but now that I'm alone, I feel like I'll be more social so I can talk to more people. The energy in the studio last time we went was incredible. Everybody was so hype, and honestly, I feel like Cody fans are a different species. You see people in the Peloton Facebook group and they're literally Cody or die. They're if Cody leaves this platform, I'm leaving Peloton. So I'm excited to see who comes to this class. I think the energy will be great. I have no milestone today, but I'm sure there's going to be some really crazy milestones. There were last time. So I think the energy and vibes will just be a lot of fun. Definitely a quicker ride. It's only 30 minutes. That's my biggest complaint about Peloton. And I know they can't really do anything about it, or it'd be hard to do something about it, is that the price of a Peloton class is around $35 after tax. And basically it's $35 whether it's a 20-minute class or a 90-minute class, which I feel is a little unfair. So I've been trying to take the longer ones, the 45-minute one, but Cody doesn't teach any longer classes. So we're stuck with 30 minutes, which is a little shorter than I would like, but it is a good length for my mom, so she's excited because she'll be taking it along with me at home. I do wish that I signed up for a class that wasn't cycling. My thought when I was signing up, because I signed up for both of them at the same time, was essentially I really wanted to see Jess King and I really wanted to see Cody. So that was that, but I feel it would be cool to kind of experience the tread or the floor, just experience a different aspect. But honestly, they're probably all similar. But it would have been cool to experience it. So maybe next time I'm in New York, I'll try to do a different one. I'm definitely interested to see if it's different at all from when we did it with Jess King 3 weeks ago. And I'm definitely excited to meet Cody. I need to prepare what I'm going to say to him. Maybe Cody, I love your rides. I don't know. I need to say something cooler than that. But definitely will be a very cool experience. And I'm excited to try out the showers in Peloton today because I'm going to work right afterwards. So I definitely need to shower. And for my outfit, I'm wearing this hot pink tank top Swiftly. I usually like to work out in just sports bras, but honestly, I feel I don't really have another good sports bra. Last time I wore the neon pink tie-dye sports bra and I felt that was a good one. We also got a really good spot, so it was very easy to see us anyways. But I don't want to wear the same thing twice, so alas, we're wearing this bright number. And then I'm just wearing these same Peloton leggings that have a little bit of Peloton branding on the ankle, but pretty plain and pretty subdued compared to some of the other outfits that I saw. In the studio, people go all out with their Peloton gear. I just don't have Peloton gear here. I was not on my A game when I was packing for New York. Never crossed my mind. Don't have any Peloton gear here besides these leggings. So, hopefully they'll just think that the leggings are enough. I also don't think I'm going to get lucky enough to get as good of a spot as I got last time. We were just like literally front row, like right next to Jess King. We were in the film a lot, just super close. First off, I think Cody fans will be really intense and go super early, and I just will let somebody else have that. Maybe it's because I'm a single rider, I can like slip in there, but if not, it's okay. I'm mostly just going for the experience now. We already had one filming where we got really in the shot, so it's okay today if I'm not in the shot. It is like 9 a.m. right now. I need to leave this apartment around 9:40 a.m. They say to get there between 45 minutes and a half hour early, so that's like 10:15 to 10:30 since the class starts at 11. Chris and I got there at like 10:15 last time, or we got there like the full 45 minutes early, and there's really not much to do except wait in line. I guess the benefit is I could take a lot of video because I was filming a YouTube video, and there were other like Peloton instructors walking around beforehand. Like we saw Matt Wilpers, we saw Daniel McKenna, which was really cool, but there wasn't a lot to do besides like wait in line. So I'm not going to show up as early this time. And even then, I think there'll be like plenty of time before the class. And I have my own shoes packed. I have my water bottle packed, and I'm going to have to bring my work bag. So, you know, fun times all around, and let's just get on the subway and go to this 30-minute pop ride. I am very, very hyped.
Everybody, and then I was like, I didn't ask if they wanted to be touched, so I felt bad. And you know I'm all about consent. All right, how you doing? Good? I'm good. What's up? How we doing? Good? Good? All right, happy Friday. Looking gorgeous. Are the asses warmed up and we're ready to shake them? Great. Okay. Everyone, thank you. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Emma. Have a good one.
I'm walking to work now. Really got out of there fast because I need to go to work, but got my picture with Cody, and we will regroup later. It was definitely different than I expected, or more different than the Just King ride than I expected. It is much, much later in the day now. I'm home from work. I'm done with all my meetings. We love my 6 p.m. reoccurring meeting on Fridays because I work West Coast hours and it is dark outside, which is why the lighting is so bad. I do absolutely love New York, but I am excited to go back to LA where I have a ring light and my lighting should be a lot better. But today's class was actually a lot of fun, but it was different than the Just King class. And I don't know if I just like hyped it up in my head so much, or if the Just King class was actually more fun, or if there were just like a bunch of other circumstances. Like obviously I went with my boyfriend last time, so that was fun. And yeah, I don't know, but I actually got there pretty close to 10:15. I just had like luck. I had to transfer trains and there was like not any transfer time. Like that's the best feeling in the world. You go and the subway is there and you can just get on it. So I got there at 10:15 and the line for the Cody class was already extremely long. I think they have either 39 or 40 bikes in the studio, because there were 39 people like live on the like studio leaderboard that you can see, but do they really have 39 bikes, or was there just a bike that was empty? But anyways, there was probably already 30 people at least in line, and I was like, okay, like I need to go put my stuff away, like get my shoes on, blah, blah, blah. So I go to locker rooms, everything's fine, get back down there probably around 10:25, so 35 minutes before the class. And I am like literally pretty much the last person. I think like 2 or 3 people showed up after me, but I was at the back of the line. And I knew that was going to be the case like right when I got there and saw how long the line was already going to be. I kind of figured people would go really hard for this Cody class, and I was right. But everybody in line was nice. I feel like it was a lot less talkative. Like it was way quieter. It was just way quieter in the studio in general. I think they don't like run as many classes back to back on Friday, because when we went on a Saturday last time and it was just crazy. Like there were people getting their pictures taken. Like we saw other instructors, and here we didn't see anybody except for Cody. I don't even think I saw anybody that wasn't like set up to take Cody's class. So it was just a different vibe. Like I feel like it wasn't as hype. And we filed in, like I got literally like back of the studio, which was fine. I got my chance to be in the front last time and no problems. Like the people that were running it were super, super nice as always. Like they're like, do you need help with your bike? Do you need help clipping in? Like they're very, very helpful. So if you have any worries about like going in and not being able to like adjust your bike or clip in or anything like that, like they will 100% help you. They're super helpful, want everybody to get situated. Everybody got situated. It was still like pretty quiet. And then Cody did finally come out, and then people got like really, really hyped when Cody came out and like basically was just like screaming that they were so happy. And like it's a really fun time, especially if that's your first time. It is a really cool experience. So Cody comes out and he high fives everybody, like he goes around the room, which I thought that was like a nice touch because these people love Cody. Like I love Cody too. It was a cool thing to come around and high five everyone. And then he pretty much went to the front. I definitely expected him to just make more jokes. He definitely made some, but just not as many as I thought. And, you know, they read us the riot act, which is like, don't be on your phone, like, don't yell stupid stuff, like, behave during this class because we're filming it, right? And then we started the class. The class was good. You can take it if you want. 30-minute pop ride. It's like pop and disco mix. And I enjoyed the music, and I actually thought it was pretty hard. I definitely felt like this ride was less like goofy funny and more like, okay, we're here to work. And I don't take a ton of Cody classes anymore, but I do feel like in the past I have seen that shift too, where like now he is more serious. There were so many shout outs in this ride. In the studio, there were so many people that had milestones. And actually, when I was changing in the locker room afterwards, some people were saying that they had milestones that were in the class that he did not call out, which is hard to believe because he called out so many. But they were like, oh, like I had like 450, and maybe because it's like a 50 milestone, that is kind of weird that he didn't call us out. But yeah, I thought that was interesting because I thought that he had shouted out everybody because he was really shouting them out. He gave a shout out to the one man in our class out of the 39 people. There were 38 women and one man. So you could definitely tell who Cody's demographic is. And yeah, besides that, it was a pretty straightforward ride. I didn't really pay attention to this last time when I was doing the Just King ride because I feel like I really like got caught up in it. I think part of it definitely was that I was so close to her, so you could just like feel the energy so much. But since I was a little more far away from Cody, I was looking at the leaderboard a little bit more, and I'm like, okay, like I can get first in this class because I am a pretty competitive person if I think I can win. If I have no chance, I'm like, not competitive, like whatever, we're just doing this for fun. But if it's like close to the top, I'm like, all right, like time to grind. So I was working really, really hard during this class to keep my number one position. But I enjoy stuff like that. I do Equinox classes in cycling that are literally just like straight competition and you're just going against everybody else in the class. Like I like stuff like that. So I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool to be able to be like, oh yeah, I got the number one output. Obviously, it doesn't actually matter, but I just was trying really hard on that class. And yeah, definitely a lot of hills and kind of a lot of sprints at heavier resistance than I'm used to. So definitely a good, fun class that was hard. My mom was taking it at home. She could not see me, which I didn't think that she would be able to. But, you know, it was still fun to take it with her and like high five her during class. And yeah, then at the end, we got to all meet Cody. So if you take a class, you like 100% get to take a picture, and Peloton actually takes the pictures for you. So you get a nice picture. Like I like the way that it turned out. And I like the way that the Just King picture we took turned out as well. So I think that's like a really nice touch that they do that for you. At the end of the class, first Cody leaves, and then they're like, give you like a little bit of a talk, and they're basically like, don't touch the instructor. And it's like, that makes sense because we're all very sweaty and gross. And then we go and line up outside the studio, and then Cody will come out. So because I was so far back in the studio, I was like number 3 to get my picture taken, which is great because I had somewhere to be afterwards. So yeah, I was just like way in the front. And then the girl next to me was super nice, and she's like, oh, like, can you take pictures on my phone when they're taking pictures of me with the professional camera? Although I think that the professional camera, like, takes a nice picture. I guess she just wanted more options. And she's like, yeah, I can do the same for you. And I'm like, oh, perfect. So you can record horizontally. And she's like, yep, sounds good. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that was cool. And she was really nice. And yeah, got to meet Cody. Obviously, they tell you to like kind of keep the conversation short. So Cody was just like, oh, like, what's your name? And I was like, Emma. And then I was like, yeah, like, really enjoyed this class. And he's like, yeah, awesome. Like, I don't know, something along those lines. And then it was pretty much bye, but it's still cool to be able to get a photo and to like be so close up, see somebody that I've taken so many classes with over and over again in person is definitely a really cool experience. And then I went up to the locker rooms, and that was really nice because there was no one in them because there was only like 2 people in front of me taking pictures. And remember, this class is like 99% women, so there's actually kind of a rush because I want to be able to get a shower. But there were a ton of showers. I got my shower. They have like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, face wash. I feel like I am pretty picky about my shower situation now just because I am semi-spoiled because of Equinox. But even Equinox, I have my complaints. My big thing with the Peloton showers is they were small and there was like nowhere really to hang your towel. I just like hung it on the door. But I would have preferred if there was like a little more room in the shower, but I get that they want to have like a ton of showers since everybody finishes the class at the same time. And they provide you with towels. They have Dyson hair dryers. They also have like body lotion. I couldn't find a face lotion, which I was surprised they didn't have like one specifically for your face, but I had brought my own, so I was okay. And they have like sinks and pretty much everything that you would need to get ready. So I just got ready for the day and then I left. I was out of there by 11:50 and the class stopped at 11:30 and we probably didn't get out of the studio until like 11:35. So I was really going. I didn't have to wash my hair, so I just took a body shower. So it was a pretty fast situation. And yeah, I needed to get to work. So I was definitely like rushing out of there at the end. But everybody that I talked to today was super nice. I just feel like the energy level was not there. And I feel like maybe it's because it's a Friday. That would be my biggest guess, that they're just like weren't other people that were really hype and then it like builds off of each other. Like when we went on Saturday, it was just crazy like how high the energy was and how like the instructors would come out and like yell like to the audiences, and it was just crazy compared to today when like there wasn't a lot happening in the studio besides our classes. Like other classes were going on, but they were just like not in the area or like ending when our class was starting. And then my other guess is that in August, that was a lot of people's first time taking a class. And even now, like I could hear that some people in the locker rooms were talking about how like they had gone multiple times, and it's the same for me, right? Like this was my second time going. So it's still a really cool experience, but it definitely like loses a little bit of the like enigma and shine like going a second time. But I would highly, highly recommend going at least once if you're in New York. And then obviously like if you like more instructors, like go multiple times. I do think it's like more on the expensive side, but honestly compared to other cycling studio classes, like that's pretty similar. Like if you go to a Soul Cycle here, it's also going to be $35. So I really don't feel like Peloton's like overcharging. It just is an expensive workout, but that's like on par with other expensive workouts in New York City. So definitely a really, really cool experience. I'm glad that I got to see Cody. I'm glad that I got a really good workout in this morning and it was fun. I had a good time. When I come back to New York and do more Peloton classes, I'm definitely going to try a tread class, I think, or a strength class just to mix it up a little bit. But I am glad that I got to see Just King and Cody. Definitely a very, very cool experience. So that is it for this video. Let me know if you've gone to an in-studio class, and if you have, if it was more of like my Just King experience where it was just like so hype versus like Cody, which was still really fun and really cool, but slightly more subdued. I would be curious. I just really want to know if it's like because it was a Friday or if it's because like people are getting more used to being back into the studio. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!